Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. US President Donald Trump is preparing for a more aggressive immigration crackdown in 2026, with billions in new funding, including by raiding more workplaces, even as backlash builds ahead of next year's midterm elections. Trump has already surged immigration agents into major US cities, where they swept through neighborhoods and clashed with residents. While federal agents this year conducted some high-profile raids on businesses, they largely avoided raiding farms, factories, and other businesses that are economically important but known to employ immigrants without legal status. Russian President Vladimir Putin's top foreign policy aide has said that changes made by the Europeans and Ukraine to US proposals for an end to the war in Ukraine did not improve prospects for peace. The US drafted proposals for an end to the nearly 4-year-old war, leaked to the media last month, raised European and Ukrainian concerns that they were tilted too far in Russia's favor. Kremlin foreign policy aide Yuri Ushakov told reporters in Moscow that the European and Ukrainian changes would not improve the chances of peace. Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has ordered a review of police and intelligence services following a deadly shooting on Sydney's Bondi beach that left 15 people dead. Albanese said the government would examine whether security agencies have the powers, structures, and information sharing arrangements needed to keep Australians safe. The incident occurred on December 14th during a Hanukkah celebration. One alleged gunman was killed by police at the scene, while his son remains under police guard in hospital and faces multiple charges, including terrorism and murder. A large power outage struck San Francisco on Saturday, leaving about 125,000 residents without electricity, according to city emergency officials and utility provider Pacific Gas and Electric Company. The San Francisco Department of Emergency Management warned residents to call 911 only for life-threatening emergencies, avoid non-essential travel, and treat non-functioning traffic signals as four-way stops. Officials also advised keeping refrigerator and freezer doors closed and turning off major appliances to prevent power surges. The blackout caused traffic congestion across parts of the city and forced some businesses to temporarily shut down. At least 11 people have been killed and several others wounded after armed men opened fire at a licensed tavern in the Beckersdale township near Johannesburg. The attack occurred just before 1 a.m. local time, when about 12 suspects arrived in vehicles and shot at patrons before fleeing the scene. Police have launched a manhunt for those responsible. The United States has intercepted an oil tanker in international waters off the coast of Venezuela, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem confirmed, days after President Donald Trump announced a blockade on all sanctioned oil tankers entering or leaving the country. It marks the second such interception in recent weeks, as the US ramps up military presence in the region. Noem said the tanker had last docked in Venezuela, stressing that Washington would continue targeting illicit oil shipments used to fund narco-terrorism. Michaela Benthaus, a 33-year-old German aerospace and mechatronics engineer at the European Space Agency, has become the first wheelchair user to travel beyond the Kármán line, the widely recognized boundary of outer space. Benthaus flew aboard Blue Origin's New Shepard capsule, launching from near Van Horn, Texas. The mission, NS-37, marked Blue Origin's 16th suborbital space tourism flight, highlighting the company's goal of expanding access to space beyond traditional astronaut profiles. Mitchell Starc claimed 3 wickets as Australia wrap up an 82-run victory on Day 5 of the 3rd Ashes Test at Adelaide Oval, securing an unassailable 3-0 lead in the series. Chasing a world record 435, England fought into the second session, but were bowled out for 352, with Scott Boland taking the final wicket. The loss marks England's 4th straight Ashes defeat in Australia after just 3 tests, extending their poor run to 16 losses in their last 18 matches down under. India have elected to field first against Pakistan in the final of the Under-19 Asia Cup at the ICCA Dubai. The green shirts are off to a decent start with the bat against the arch rivals. Usman Khan and Sameer Minhas look to stitch a big partnership after Hamza Zahoor's dismissal. India will be high in confidence after beating Pakistan by a comprehensive 90-run margin in the group stage. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.